The subject of this analysis is Skydio. Our objective is to deconstruct its position not as a hardware manufacturer, but as a strategic asset in the unfolding competition for algorithmic power. Our analysis will deconstruct Skydio's strategic architecture across 6 interdependent layers. We will proceed from its foundational algorithmic engine to its codification of human expertise, its construction of a regulatory fortress, its weaponization of national origin, its core strategic paradox, and finally, to the geopolitical equilibrium it now occupies. We begin not with the hardware, but with the core intellectual property that defines the asset. To understand Skydio, one must first comprehend the problem it was engineered to solve. This figure represents the estimated cost to repair the aging, vulnerable infrastructure of the United States. This is not simply a number. It is a national security liability. The technical problem of inspecting these assets, bridges, power grids, pipelines, is dangerous, costly, and slow. The economic consequence is a systemic drag on national productivity. And the geopolitical implication is a persistent structural vulnerability across the homeland. Skydio did not enter the drone market. It entered the infrastructure security market. It is imperative to recategorize the hardware. The term drone is a misnomer, associating the platform with consumer electronics. A more accurate classification is an autonomous, airborne sensory organ, an edge compute device that happens to have wings designed to digitize the physical world. Its strategic function is not capturing images, but producing context. This is the primary technical differentiator. Spatial consciousness is the algorithmic breakthrough that separates Skydio from all legacy systems. It is the capability that allows the machine to operate within the most critical and most signal-denied environments. This is not a software feature. It is the core of the machine's existence. The contrast is absolute. A GPS-reliant system operating under a bridge or inside a boiler is, for all intents and purposes, flying blind. It is a liability, entirely dependent on the skill of a human pilot. In contrast, a system possessing spatial consciousness thrives in these environments. The absence of external signals is irrelevant because the machine builds its own understanding of reality from its own sensor inputs. One is a remote-controlled tool, the other is an autonomous agent. This is the number of 3D data points processed per second by the Skydio X10 platform, powered by its NVIDIA Jetson Orin chipset. Technically, this represents an order of magnitude leap in onboard processing, requiring obsessive thermal engineering to create what is effectively an airborne heatsink. Economically, this processing capacity enables the real-time creation of digital twins, collapsing analysis time from days to seconds. Geopolitically, this self-sufficient computational power provides resilience against electronic warfare, as the machine does not need to communicate with a ground station to comprehend its environment. We now build upon the technical foundation to analyze its direct economic impact. The algorithmic superiority is not an end in itself. It is a means to restructure the economics of specialized work. This is the central economic thesis. The United States faces a systemic shortage of specialized inspectors and linemen with an average workforce age exceeding 50. Skydio's strategy addresses this labor crisis, not by training more humans, but by embedding the expertise of a 30-year veteran into the machine itself. The goal is to allow a junior technician to perform the work of a senior specialist, thereby executing a classic case of labor arbitrage. The data is unequivocal. A cost reduction of this magnitude is not an incremental improvement. It is a fundamental disruption of the service model for infrastructure maintenance. It shifts the entire profit and loss calculation for asset owners, transforming inspection from a high-cost periodic event into a low-cost continuous process. This system collapses the OODA loop: observe, orient, decide, act. In legacy workflows, data is cold. Captured on an SD card, it is subject to a 24 to 48-hour latency before analysis. Skydio, through onboard edge compute, makes the data live. It identifies a hairline fracture on a turbine blade while in flight and transmits that insight to an engineer in real time. This transforms the hardware from a data capture device into a decision support system, a critical factor in both commercial and military operations. This is the clinical reality of Skydio's enterprise strategy. The human pilot represents the highest cost, highest error variable in any data collection operation. By engineering a system with level 4 autonomy, Skydio has systematically designed the pilot out of the equation. This de-risks the operation and democratizes data collection, but it also signals the obsolescence of a specialized human skill set. We now add the political and legal dimension. Engineering superiority is necessary but insufficient. Skydio's most formidable moat is not built from carbon fiber or silicon, but from legislation and compliance. This phrase encapsulates the strategy. Skydio understood that in the context of US-China strategic competition, data security and supply chain provenance would become the decisive competitive factors. They did not simply comply with security standards, they weaponized them, transforming national security concerns into a commercial barrier to entry. These are not certifications, they are regulatory weapons. Each one erects a wall that is functionally insurmountable for a Chinese-based firm attempting to sell into the US government or critical infrastructure sectors. NDAA Section 848 purges them from the defense supply chain. The Blue UAS designation anoints Skydio as a trusted vendor. And the complexity of achieving SOC2 and ISO compliance for data sovereignty effectively renders foreign competition inert. This is a politically sanctioned monopoly. The Made in USA designation, in this context, has been transformed. It is no longer a marketing slogan appealing to patriotism. It is a legally mandated requirement for market access, a geopolitical choke point enforced by an act of Congress. This represents the approximate size of the US public sector market, from which Chinese hardware has been purged by the aforementioned legislation. This is the economic prize for Skydio's successful strategic positioning. They did not simply win a market, they had a market created for them by geopolitical circumstance and regulatory action. A crucial second-order effect of this regulatory fortress is the creation of a permanent, captive revenue stream. Federal and state agencies are now mandated by law to discard their existing foreign-made fleets and replace them with compliant, American-made systems. This rip-and-replace cycle is not a one-time event. It is an ongoing process that guarantees a baseline of revenue for the foreseeable future. As their primary competitor, DJI faces the persistent threat of inclusion on the Commerce Department's entity list. Skydio's de-Sinicized supply chain becomes a critical risk mitigation tool. For enterprise customers, choosing Skydio is not just a technical decision. It is a strategic hedge against supply chain disruption. Made in America is sold as a guarantee of business continuity. Having established the fortress, we will now conduct a critical analysis of its structural vulnerabilities. No strategy is without its inherent paradoxes, and Skydio's is defined by a particularly acute one. This question frames the central conflict. Skydio has engineered a high-performance, high-cost, zero-crash system, a Ferrari. The question is whether this paradigm of precision engineering remains relevant in a conflict environment defined by attrition and mass. The lessons from the conflict in Ukraine are stark. They demonstrate that mass can be a quality all its own. Inexpensive, disposable, first-person view drones have proven extraordinarily effective, challenging the entire Western military procurement philosophy, which favors exquisite, high-cost platforms. The paradox for Skydio is that its core value proposition, reliability and autonomy, comes at a price point that may be incompatible with the realities of modern attritional warfare. Here lies the primary vulnerability. While Skydio possesses algorithmic superiority, its principal competitor possesses an unrivaled industrial base. The Shenzhen supply chain cluster allows for the production of millions of units per year at low cost. Skydio's software-first, California-based manufacturing model cannot compete on volume. In a scenario demanding rapid, mass deployment of autonomous systems, this capacity gap becomes a critical strategic liability. We conclude with a clinical assessment of the enduring tension between these two fundamentally different models of innovation, production, and strategy. This matrix synthesizes the fundamental dichotomy. On one side, a model based on human skill, producing raw pixels for aesthetic value, a consumer electronic. On the other, a model based on autonomous logic, producing contextual 3D models for asset digitization, a piece of critical national infrastructure. They are not competing in the same category. This is the industrial equivalent of the Android versus iPhone conflict. DJI's strategy is a high-volume hardware play, winning on gross margins at the point of sale. Skydio's is a high-margin, integrated ecosystem play, designed to capture the lifetime value of software subscriptions and data services. One sells a product, the other sells a workflow. The final analysis, therefore, is not about which company builds a superior product. The question is more fundamental. It is about which strategic model will ultimately dominate the future of autonomous systems. Silicon Valley's capital-intensive, software-first approach focused on algorithmic intelligence, or Shenzhen's dense, efficient hardware cluster approach focused on industrial scale. The resolution of this conflict will define the next decade of both commercial and military robotics.